What's up, all you wonderful cosplayers and prop masters? So this video was inspired by one of my viewers, Antivira2 or Antiviru2 or something along those lines. Has asked me specifically how I weathered the shirt that I use for my Joel Miller cosplay from the Last of Us video game. But before we do that, this video is sponsored by Blue Harvest Dairies, the galaxy's largest producer of blue and green milks, respectively. Oh, that's good. All right. Let's get to it. So, this shirt I ordered off of Insert Coin Clothing. They are an outfit that specializes in fandom clothing. So they designed this shirt after the shirt on the video game in both cut and color scheme. So it's one of those shirts that's just about as close as you will get to the real thing. Or the fake thing, since it's a video game. All right, so the first thing I did with this shirt, when I first got it, it was a little more vibrant, okay? So I wanted to pull from that vibrancy. I took a 5-gallon bucket, filled it with hot water and a little bit of bleach, and I gave this a little bath for, I don't think I put it in for more than a minute, because obviously I didn't want it to turn white or get extremely blotchy. Took it out, wrung it out, and rinsed it about 6 or 7 times in cold water. I don't remember. The point is, before you do anything, it's good to pull some of that vibrancy out when you're talking about a post-apocalyptic character. So that was the first thing. Second thing I did was I had screenshots of the video game that I obtained. I wanted to know where all the little bits of wear and tear, all the rips and all that were in his clothing, so that I could, to the best of my ability, match it up. So I went through with a blade and cut little slits and holes in there as best I could. And then to make it so they don't appear like razor cuts in the shirt, you just want to go through and fray all the holes so they just look naturally worn. The next part was getting all the color. So this is a combination of airbrushing with certain types of browns, and then I used wood stain and food coloring, and I'll tell you for what. So the airbrushing was mostly to get just the general dirtiness of the garment, right? He's in a gritty, gross world, he's sweating, and he's dirty. So I like to spray or airbrush places like the edges of the sleeves here, the armpits, shoulders, the collars, just areas where a garment would become dirty naturally over time. Now, since he's always in combat with people and infected, he's going to have some blood stains on his shirt, and they're all going to be from different periods of time, right? So for the blood stains that are older, I literally went through with some wood stain, kind of a darker wood stain. I don't remember exactly which flavor. You could do whatever you want there. But I would then drip it. I would splatter it in different areas on the shirt. You can kind of see where there's darker bits here. It's just to give the appearance of dried blood. But I also wanted to give the appearance of fresh blood from fresh combat. So I actually used red food coloring, and in the same way, I would drip it in certain areas a little heavier, and then I would flick it in other areas to make it look like actual splatters. So really, it's just a combination of all those things. And really, there's not much more to it. It's one of those things where if you're not confident about your skills and making it look like legitimate splatters and stuff, practice on a different piece of clothing until you hone that skill of flicking food coloring and wood stain and paint onto a garment. After you've mastered that, move on to the real thing and let her rip. While we're here, I also have the backpack that I used. I bought this off of Amazon. I literally got on Google and said, Joel Miller's backpack. Started getting ideas of different models and things like that. And then when I found one that I liked, it just happened to be on Amazon. I went and purchased it. I think this was about 40 bucks, something in that neighborhood. But it has the look of Joel's backpack for the most part. And I did the same exact thing as far as wear and tear, right? Went and cut it up in certain places, airbrushed dark browns, blacks in certain areas where I felt like it would get the most stained. Also, looking at his backpack on the game. Same thing with the blood. I actually also used red paint to give some blood effects on here, in addition to the wood stain and maybe the food coloring. But I might not have done the food coloring on this one, because I actually did these two things at different times. But anyway, weathering is really fun on props and clothing items, especially when you have a game that's based in a post-apocalyptic type world, when you can make things just look nitty gritty, dirty, and bloody. I hope that is helpful to you, Antiviru2, Antiviru2, however you prefer to go by. Thank you for your inquiry. I appreciate that. That motivated me to make this video. If there are any other questions regarding this build or any other build, just let me know. Just let me know in the comments, and I will do my best to shoot a video that further explains my process. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Be good to each other out there, above all things. And as always, be inspired.